SteelCell of North America provides modular detention-related products. Most typically, people think of us as a cell manufacturer, the actual sleeping room, but we also do many things like shower units, modular control rooms, miscellaneous modular walls, and related products. I would not limit our ability or scope of work to just those things. We're certainly open to anything that makes sense to save money on a project. SteelCell has been in business since 2000. In 2009, we started our current campus with a 112,000 square foot manufacturing plant. Then in 2019, we added a 40,000 square foot warehouse annex to be able to better serve larger projects. SteelCell has grown from doing very small to medium-sized county jail jobs to, in recent years, some of the largest county jail projects in the country. As we have worked with the architectural industry, we have discovered that many of the mid-rise and high-rise solutions are a perfect fit for the type of modular product that we have. What differentiates SteelCell from the other modular manufacturers is our use of galvannealed steel coated with polyurea and the lightweight nature of that product. In many cases, there are different modular products, but with some of those modular products has come, special design considerations like extreme weight, hard roads to actually get and build on the job site to receive some of the product. So we kind of give you the best of both worlds. We've got that modular and a wide range of modular solutions in a lightweight but secure tested product that can really fill the need that we have for modular or prefabricated units on job sites without some of the restrictions that other methods have had over the years. We do realize there are other solutions out there, but we think our unique solutions with coatings, tested design, ability to customize, ability to work with architects to provide solutions really offer us an advantage over many other similar, almost as good as products out in the market now. So the pandemic is on the forefront of a lot of designers and owners' minds today. And SteelCell really hasn't done anything unique. We've actually had the right product for this pandemic all along. We have a virtually seamless interior. We use the polyurea coating that is thick, durable, and non-porous, which means it's easily sanitizable, and there are different methods to sanitize it. We were longtime proponents of a rear chase before it became popular in design. And the rear chase itself helps answer a question: how can we get a negative pressure cell? How can we direct the airflow so that we're not spreading any virus or bacteria, airborne, anything through the facility? And we're able to do that because we have an exhaust in the rear part of the cell, route it to the chase to an appropriate HVA system, and we're not then pumping that air by the design of the cell back around the common areas for the inmates. The polyurea material, it's a marine and industrial coating, and it has been utilized to protect the inside of water tanks. So it's a perfect surface for the corrections industry. It's very durable, and you're very much able to sanitize it for long-term usage. The primary operations that go on at the SteelCell campus start with project management, budgeting, and then move to product engineering. Within our scope of services, we will also address any structural engineering that may be needed. Then within the manufacturing plant, we assemble the cell units here, or any prefabricated unit. Once we've assembled a cell, we're going to paint it with a polyurea coating. As we move along, we insulate the product here. We give it some sound deadening, some R value if needed by the design. And then we outfit it, and that's where things kind of change per scope and per project. We have new processes now that involve a modular, we call it a modular control system, in which much of the low voltage system is installed in the factory. It provides huge savings on job and eliminates miles of conduit. We have options to take it about as far as we can take it, or some of these items can be installed on the job site. Really, that's up to the owner, that's up to the project, and that's up to the scope, the way the project's scoped out. Many times we're asked to describe the process. You've got a job designed, and how do we get from point A to point B? We're going to get involved or want to be involved when you're creating budgets. No one wants to be surprised on bid day with a price that just doesn't seem to match anything that's been discussed. So we don't mind getting in early, especially with the Pauly Gel team. It's not uncommon for us to do multiple budgets prior to a job actually hitting the street, and we think it's a value add for the owner. We're going to create a detailed submittal drawing that's going to show you what we expect to deliver. Within that, there are some other things that go on. Most every state in the U.S. has a modular or industrialized building program. That is a third-party inspector that comes to our plan and inspects every prefabricated unit on your project. How you will see that that process is taking place is, in general, there's going to be a state-issued label on the back of the cell depicting the state that it was designed to go in. That is only part of our quality control system, but that is a big part of our quality control system because it's ensuring that we meet building code. All these processes go on, and then with our current manufacturing capabilities, we're able to build on some jobs 20+ units a day. The sequencing, staging, and logistics to make sure they arrive on time is a huge part of what we do that maybe nobody thinks about. When all these things work together correctly, and you get a project that's delivered fast. If you're an owner, you get to make that call to the newspaper and say, have the cameras ready. We have sales coming in for our new project on this day. In our 20 years of operation, we have learned that strategic partnerships provide a great value for the owner and the constructor of the projects. Working closely with firms like Pauly Gel Building Company, Ajax, some of our key partners, we don't really look at them as vendors, but Willoughby, Titan, Kenall, and others. We're able to provide the best products. We have tremendous buying power. We have a tremendous working relationship with all involved. It makes it easier for us to put together budgets to offer realistic value engineering options as we go forward. And innovating products. With all the companies mentioned, we have in the past and are today innovating and creating new products for the detention market. We've worked with Pauly Gel since the company began, and they have the absolute finest install crew available. Their project managers are capable. They're owner-focused, they're quality-driven, and we're a very proud member of the Pauly Gel team.
Mike, a great presentation, just like it was in the last webinar. While you were giving that presentation, I think we got two really good questions in. I'm going to go ahead and start with question one for you. Mike, you spoke at length about the great qualities and benefits of the polyurea finish you use on your cells and how it works on your A60 galvannealed steel. Can you advise or give a thought on, does it work on other steel cell types like, let's say, a 3/16" plate steel cell?
Sure. Technically, it should work on any surface that is prepared correctly. And, you know, polyurea is classified as a coating rather than just a paint. So you need to create a mechanical connection for it to last a long time. Again, you're talking about a very thick coating, so if you don't do that well on whatever surface, you have a very thick coating that possibly is not going to adhere. And I would say probably the biggest benefit of utilizing it on an A60 material is the material itself has some resistance to corrosion and deterioration over the years. What we find is nothing is completely indestructible and nothing is completely damage proof during a construction and then certainly during operation and the life cycle of a jail or prison. So, you know, it's likely that it could get damaged, and if it does get damaged, you certainly want a surface underneath the coating that has some resistance to, you know, the environmental factors that will be there in a jail, like moisture and dirt and, you know, things that are on human skin. So yes, the answer is yes, it can be used on that. It can also be used on, and has been in the past, used on concrete and CMU. But again, it's in surface preparation, and like with any paint or coating, proper surface prep will give you the best results and the long-term durability.
Great. And there's one other question for you, Mike. I know we have other ones coming in for later. Mike, how has SteelCell of North America been able to coordinate and handle all the increased requests for your product, literally now across the country, and how are you addressing that going forward?
Sure. Well, what we've recently done is expand our operations, primarily due to the demand that's in the industry right now. As I mentioned, we in the piece before, we recently opened up another 40,000 square feet. But the key thing that we're doing right now is we're trying to work, and the earlier we can be involved with the project and understand the timelines, the better we can make sure that we are working with the team to accomplish the construction goals. Sometimes, and for years, the question has always been, what are your lead times? Well, our lead times are generally speaking, whatever the project that we accept and we know we can build needs. We are coming on earlier and earlier on jobs, especially with the design assist delivery method. And, we may be on the project before the plans are finished, and certainly before ground is broken on the project. So to put a artificial time frame on what is a lead time for production is just incorrect now. But the short answer to that is we're handling it by securing production spots for each project that meet the construction schedules demanded. If we can't meet that construction schedule, we'll certainly be transparent about that and communicate what we can do. The other great thing about a lightweight prefabricated module is we don't have to be the first thing on the slab. As a matter of fact, we even prefer, since you got to remember we're providing a finished product on the interior with wiring in it, low voltage wiring with connectors, populating a conduit and a lockbox opening, and a modular controls on the back, as well as LED light fixtures, stainless steel toilets, combi toilet lab units. So really, it's not a bad idea for that cell to be installed as or after the roof is going on. We want to keep that product to be a brand new product for the owner and to be turned over when it's time to hand them the keys.